All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to live coverage of this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers in the very lovely Palm Harbor, Florida. I'm your host, Jason Bowman. I'm joined by the one and only Black Widow, Jeanette Lee.
Hello, everyone.
Jeanette, it looks like they've already sprung into action, so let's take the folks over. We had Lisa Cosette there with the break.
Yes.
Lisa Cosette. Lisa is out of Rockwell, North Carolina. Melinda Huang from Los Angeles. Melinda, the defending champion. Both of these ladies undefeated thus far in the tournament. One of them, or the winner of this match, will advance to the finals. The other will have a little bit tougher path. They'll have to go to the one-loss side and win another match to get to the final. So
This is going to be a great match. I mean, I could see this match being a final.
definitely could be. It is going to be a race to 5. They have started in the 8-ball set, so they'll play 3 games of 8-ball up to 6 games of 9-ball, depending on how far this match goes. So those are the parameters. Those are the players. We understand you guys missed us while we were doing some live streaming without commentary. They were saying, where are they?
Oh,
I think they meant you more than me. But so here we're back, and we hope everybody's been enjoying all the coverage, including the bonus coverage that we've provided.
And you will enjoy us for the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
I am here personally until throughout the finals.
We're here until this bad boy's over, folks. So,
Yes, so stick
buckle
with
up.
us.
We got about 3 rounds left. Of course, all of our coverage brought to you by our friends at pooldog.com. Appreciate all their support. Of course, our other sponsors, Action Cues, Valley Dynamo Tables, and Aramith, the premier billiard balls, which are being used here at the U.S. Amateur Championship.
Let's take one other look at this table from a different angle. You can see that both a stripe and a solid are sitting right in front of her cue ball. Really, when I'm attacking a rack of 8-ball, I look to see if there are any problems areas, because if 2 balls are tied up or something like that, I'm going to look at which I want to take, solids or striped, based on what's going to give me the hardest amount of time. Uh-oh. Ooh, she is really lucky that that ball didn't drop, because otherwise she'd have had some real problems. All right, so let's take a look at this now. She chose stripes. I can't tell if the 2 and the 5 are tied up, how close they are to one another. Let's see if we can see it at a different angle.
Let me take these controls
Thank you.
before you break some nails.
No,
There we go.
We still can't tell,
Can't tell.
how much those are tied up. But what's her big problem right here? That ball that's between the 7 and 5? Is that the 13 ball maybe? So that's when she's got to get to a small place. Boy, if she has a little bit of an angle on that 10 ball, she can follow forward to take care of the 13 and 15. And then drop the 5 in the side pocket. It would have been nice if she could have stayed down there on the last shot, get rid of those 2, and then use the 10 and the ball she just dropped for position on the 8 in the corner pocket. But at this point, she's all in with this strategy.
Melinda from Los Angeles, California. Again, we mentioned she is the defending champion in this event and is thus far undefeated, so very strong performance by her. Always difficult to come back to this event as the champion.
Oh.
Rattles that one in the
Critical
side.
error. It looks like she was going to stop that ball in the corner and then play the 13 up somewhere else. And unfortunately, I think she hit it towards the outside a little bit too hard.
Again, this is now Lisa Cosette. Lisa from Rockwell, North Carolina. Been playing pool for a little over 10 years. Looks like she plays some APA leagues or on some APA teams back in North Carolina. Always good to see that. We're really getting down to the big matches here, Jeanette. We've got this match, which we mentioned will determine which one of these ladies will move on to the final. The other will play the winner of the other match going on, which you guys can watch over at our YouTube channel, because that is another big match, and that features Tina Larson and Tina Hess.
Is
the battle
Right.
of Tina's on the other table.
Looks like she's going for that combination. At this point, she just wants to play shape on any other ball. Very good. Hopefully she's not too straight. She's got to be looking at, okay, what am I going to do next? That's what she's looking at. She must have a little bit of an angle. If she does have an angle, she can play for the 7. Ooh, that's a good look right there. Hold it. Okay. She looks good. Oh no, that is not what she wanted. I'll tell you the truth, I don't think she has a makeable shot. So she should be looking to play some defense. Maybe she can hit the 7 and drop underneath the 15. I don't think she can see that one ball.
I mentioned the other match going on. That's at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/APA Leagues. That's where you can see Tina Hess and Tina Larson playing. The winner of that match will play the loser of this particular match that we're seeing right now. And the winner of this match, again, will move on to the final round. So
Well, she might have successfully tied up that ball a little bit. She put the 7 in front of that last stripe. It's not impossible to make, but it's going to be a thin cut. She might be looking at a triple combination right now. She's lined up well for it.
started this event with 41 ladies. We are down to the final 4. Lisa Cosette, Melinda Huang, Tina Larson, and Tina Ness.
Oof. I have a lot of trouble rolling the cue ball on a combination shot. I would much prefer to either, you know, hit it at least a medium speed, if not more firm. I just feel like I can get more exact. I think she rolled it softly, trying to play position or something like that. I think she might be trying to draw her ball back a little bit. Nope. High left. She's got a nice shot on the 5 ball, but the 1 doesn't go on this side, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't go past that 10 ball. So she might have to follow forward to shoot it back in this bottom right corner pocket. Nice stroke. So what am I thinking when I'm up here playing pool under a pressure situation? I try to do all my thinking while I'm standing up. I make my decision, I picture the shot happening, I find that final target, then I get down and I trust myself.
Right.
I
You want the
make sure to
decision
make the
made
ball.
before you get down, right? Whatever
That's
you've
right.
decided is what you've decided.
If you're not absolutely sure when you're down on the shot, get back up again and replay it in your head. Make a decision, picture the shot. Not only in the ball going in, but picture the direction and the speed of the cue ball. And that's a win for Lisa Cosette, leading 1-0.
That was quick. Quick, quick, quick. Feel like we've been cruising through the day today.
Yeah.
think already 3 rounds in, 3 to go.
So there are two main ways to break an 8-ball. Either pretty much a direct it as head-on as possible. A lot of people like to break from the middle of the table. If you're a person that's mainly played 9-ball for most of your pool journey, then you will try to break from the corner. But if not, then it is preferred that you break more head-on, not necessarily exactly head-on, maybe a few inches to the left or right, so that you can spread the balls as much as possible. Lisa's probably more of a 9-ball player. Maybe that's why she's breaking from the corner. But the other possibility, which is what she did, is if you hit the second ball. If you hit the second ball, you have a better chance of making balls and getting a good spread, as you can see on the table here. The negative part of it, and you have a better chance of making the 8-ball on the break. The negative part of it, which is exactly what Lisa did, is you lose control of the cue ball. And it will find a hole. If you don't control that cue ball, if you can't be really accurate on that second ball hit, you have a good chance of scratching in the corner pockets.
Do want to mention to the folks that are just coming in to our stream, you're watching live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. This event produced by the American Pool Players Association. Our coverage or our streaming is brought to you by our friends at PoolDog, pooldog.com. So a lot of folks still joining us as we ramp up the viewership here. This is essentially a semifinal match for these ladies. The winner will move on to the final round. The loser will need to win in the next round. So Melinda Huang at the table here. Melinda, again, the defending champion and thus far undefeated in this year's event.
Now, Melinda has ball in hand, so you can see her sitting there taking her time, and it's because she's playing the whole rack out. All right, if I took solids or stripes and she has a choice to do either, what would she do with that?
They are playing a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. That's a race to 5. They've started in the 8-ball set, so they'll play 3 games of 8-ball, up to 6 games of 9-ball.
She's choosing to take stripes, it looks like. All the balls near the side pocket are going to be easy. You want to make sure that you end up on the same side as the ball she's going to shoot, so she can get those balls down in the corner pocket. And possibly be steady enough that she can roll forward and make that 10 ball. When you think about 8-ball, what I like about 8-ball over 9-ball is the amount of pattern play that you're going to have to get better at. So you work let me see, you build a path, right? So you look at where's the 8-ball, what are the balls before the 8-ball that I'm going to shoot, and how do I get from the 8-ball and work a pattern backwards all the way to my cue ball. So if you think about a maze, if you play, if you draw out a maze, when you were a kid, you do it all the time and you keep bumping into walls. And then after a while, if you do enough of it, you realize that you need to start from home instead of from start and work your way backwards. You know what I mean? On a maze, if you go to the end,
Right.
you work your way backwards towards your cue ball. And that's what you do in 8-ball. You look at, all right, what am I going to do last? I see where my cue ball is. And I think that's what she's trying to do. I don't really like this idea, but she's getting rid of these 2 first, then the 10, and then she's trying to work out, she's trying to work these balls out before she makes both balls in the side so she can shoot the 8 last. But she was lined up really well to make both those balls by the side pocket. She could have made the 15 and then the 9 back towards us and rolled forward, gotten rid of those 2 balls, one of which she just shot in, shot the 10, and then the 8. Now she's in a situation where it's harder for her to control the cue ball because she knows that shooting that 10 ball in the corner is the easiest shot from this position, but her cue balls would carry him off the 4 ball there. So instead now she's forced to take a longer, tougher shot. and she missed it. Yeah, she just made that
I'm going to
a
bring
lot
Lisa
tougher.
back to the table. Lisa Cosette.
Okay, now it's looking good. So what are her problems right now? Biggest thing I see would be the one ball, which is to her left near the side pocket. So it's fine for her to get rid of all these balls. The 6 is lined up perfectly for her to take care of. Actually, it'd be nice. It would have been nice if she could have rolled forward softly and gotten rid of that 4 first.
Some folks asking about where they can see brackets and figure out how people did in this event. You can go to compusport.us. You can track different players there to see how they've done in this tournament.
Yet when you go to compusport.us, it'll let you look for a tournament. And you would look for the APA US Amateur Championship. And from there, you can follow a player or look at the brackets. Pretty easy, simple to use.
Yeah, and there is no handicap used in this event. This is the only event produced by the APA, a singles event. We also have the Masters event, but it does not utilize a handicap system. So,
Right.
all very high-skilled players here.
I think she would have liked to be further off that rail, but if she can drop that 2 ball on the side, that'll be a great place for her to get the 1, then the 3, then the 5 on the side, and then the 8. There you go. Tic-tac-toe. See it, guys? 1 ball, 3 ball, 5 in the side, 8 in the side. This is fairly straight in. It'd be nice if she could just make sure to get up off that rail. I would have tried to get that cue ball off a little bit more. That way, when I shoot the 3, my cue ball doesn't stay on the rail for the 5. All righty, coming to a close.
Our coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship coming to you from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, just across the bay there from Tampa. Where it feels a lot more like summer than winter. Hot today.
Yes,
Almost
it's
hot
beautiful
out,
here.
yeah. Sunny and hot.
That's
Not here
why
in
you
Strokers,
fans
though.
out
It's
here have
nice
to
and-
get in the U.S. Amateur qualifiers and win a
Yeah.
trip here,
Yeah,
because
no
I'll tell
kidding.
you what, it is a beautiful place to be.
I think it's supposed to snow
Oh, no.
tonight.
Oh, did she really? She did.
Oh.
I'm not sure why she hit that so hard.
All right, so Melinda will have...
That's got to hurt her.
Yeah. All right.
She could have done that same
Tied
shot
up.
and hit it a lot softer.
Tied up with 1 game apiece. Again, race to 5. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors here at Pool Dog.
Same old when you're buying billiard supplies? Come shop with the big dogs at pooldog.com. You want pool cues? We've got over 700. Balls, cases, accessories, no problem. Want help with your game? How does hundreds of free training articles sound? Want to shop offline? We'll mail you a free catalog. Hit us up online, pooldog.com, or call 866-843-3294.
Again, we want to thank the folks over at Pool Dog. They got some special offers and things for you guys if you want to check that out. Melinda with the break. Let's see what the folks back home. Yeah, so the winner of this particular event, they get a few things. They get, one, they get to come back next year, right? Defend their title. They move on to a pro event next year. I believe the last year's participants, Melinda and Brian, will both be playing in the U.S. Open this year, the new U.S. Open produced by Matchroom, same people that produced the Mosconi Cup.
Yes, awesome.
And you get the marble and bronze trophy, which we've talked about, a very massive,
Spectacular.
yeah, it's more like a sculpture, if you will. But so they take that trophy home. But the cool thing, or what I think is cool, is the trophy of champions that their name goes on.
That's right.
It's a bigger version of the trophy they take home. Their name is added to it forever. You know, so they kind of carve out their legacy, if you will. I guess
That's right.
I
Part
guess
of
that's the
history.
biggest thing that you win here is you know your legacy is now defined by this title that is forever with you. So
And this title is easily for amateurs the most prestigious title a person could win at the amateur level. Lots of fun here. Everyone's nice, super well organized, a non-smoking environment. The food is incredible. And you are 10 minutes from the beach.
yeah, yep. Talked to a couple ladies, lost out last night, and they said they would be spending the day at the beach today.
Yep.
That's the one benefit of an early exit.
Yeah, because their expenses are covered, right?
Yeah.
Their hotel is covered.
Yeah. Hotel's been great too. New hotel this year, the Godfrey,
Cool.
across the street from where we've been before, right there on the bay. So just
I'm going to have to check it
really
out.
pretty sunsets. And I understand they got kind of like a pool nightclub there too, like swimming
Oh,
pool
really?
type nightclub, day
Nice.
club, nightclub.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's maybe a place you should check out at some point. I don't know how busy it is as it gets into the cooler season, but certainly not cool today.
No, it's
hot.
pretty well busy all the time because
Yeah.
the weather's here beautiful all the time.
All right, Lisa. Trying to gain some momentum back after that mistake in that last rack. Again, this is
Yeah.
the third game of 8-ball, so
Okay,
after
watch
this
it.
we'll
Make
move
sure
to
to roll forward. Don't hit a stop shot. You could end up being behind the 15. Very good.
let's switch over to 9-ball after this game.
See if we can take a better look at her angle. Looks like she could do either. She could draw her ball for the 8 or follow forward 2 rails. Oh, she decided to go 1 rail.
Richard, Bud, it might be tough for me to text you while I'm doing commentary. You might want to shoot me a message on Facebook and we can figure it out. Of course, Richard Andrews will join us tomorrow. Be here doing commentary for the next few days. Richard out of Alabama, former participant in this event, so it'd be good to have him back.
I
All
hear
right.
you, Richard. She could have been trying to draw the ball to stop it, but if that was the case, she still wouldn't have needed to hit it that hard. So my question was not about the direction of the ball as much as the speed of the ball.
Lisa now leading 2-1.
I think Lisa can get comforted by the fact that Allison Fisher, Xiao Tingpan, I've watched us all scratch on the game-winning ball over and over and over and over again. It's just part of it. It just drives us harder to want to control our cue ball and get better at this game. I watched Nick Varner miss a straight-in 10 ball in the side pocket to win the U.S. Open Championship. And when I say straight in, I mean straight into the side. So really simple shot.
I do want to
And he
mention real
missed it.
quick, youtube.com/APA Leagues. We've got some folks asking about the Tina Larson, Tina Hess match. That's where you will find that match on our bonus coverage. Again, youtube.com/APA
Subscribe.
Leagues. So it's the battle of the Tinas over there. You got Jeanette and I talking about this match here,
Yes.
or you can go over to the battle of Tinas, but no commentary. So it's
And-
up to you.
and
or
either
open 2
way-
windows on your computer.
And that's a good
That's
idea.
the way to
Open
do
2
it.
windows, guys.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you want to catch more and more of the coverage that we offer, not only in this event or events in the future, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube
Yeah.
channel APA leagues.
Yep.
And the Facebook, like our Facebook page,
Yep,
we're
same thing.
constantly letting you know about special events coming up, not just for you to watch our commentary and our stream, but of other things that are going on in the APA that you guys might want to take advantage of. And if you're not an APA player,
Oh, yeah.
join now. And you can
It's
do
the
that at
perfect time.
poolplayers.com. Join now. It's a nominal fee to become a member, and it'll give you an opportunity to meet people, have fun, play pool, be part of a bigger pool community, get an opportunity to be competitive at an amateur level.
Did you know it's actually less than 7 cents a day to be an APA member?
Less than 7 cents a day.
Less than 7 cents a day. 6.8 cents a day. If you divide 25 over 365.
Got it.
I'm just getting cute here.
Yes, I
I'm
like
just getting
that.
cute. Come on, you're a sales
Yeah,
lady.
yeah,
I know.
20, I'm
I
thinking
guarantee you-
$25 a year is really reasonable.
Jeanette will be using that at some point, I promise you. Well, it's only 7 cents a day.
7 cents a day.
7 cents. I could probably walk around the parking lot and find 7 cents.
Oh, yeah. Go on your couch.
Oh, wow. It's only
Especially
day 2.
if you have teenagers.
It's only day 2, and already we're... All right. Back to the action. Melinda Huang at the table. If I'm not mistaken, if I go back to last year, I believe Melinda lost this particular match and came back and won it in the finals. I could be almost certain of that.
You mean against Lisa?
No, not against Lisa, but in this particular
round.
match. Yeah.
Okay.
This match where you advance to the final. I think she had to go through the one-loss bracket before she got back over there.
Okay, so this
So-
is for the hot seat.
Yeah. This will
Got
take
it.
you right to the final.
Oh, she shot that with some authority.
Yeah.
Go, girl. And I'm assuming that the 8-ball clears the 9. So nice roll up. But that showed some authority and confidence the way she stroked that ball in.
Would this be the hot seat? This is the hot seat, right? Because you move on to the final.
No, this
do you
isn't
guys
the
call
hot
the hot
seat.
seat?
The winner up is the hot seat is the person waiting in the finals, waiting for everyone else to
Gotcha.
finish doing what
Okay,
they're doing.
Okay. So you got to win this to be in the hot seat. So this
Yeah.
could be the hot seat match,
Right.
right? The match that decides the hot seat.
It is.
Okay, there we go.
This is the finals for the hot seat. This is the what
Yes,
is it?
there you go. The hot seat match.
It wouldn't be the semifinals.
It's
Yeah,
the
it would be
hot
the
seat match.
semifinals.
This is essentially a semifinal, correct?
Yes.
All right, Melinda about to tie this up, 2 games apiece, which she
Nice.
does.
Took care of business. I think Melinda has a little bit better cue ball is what it looks like, has just a little bit more knowledge of the game. Lisa is like a pit bull. She's going to get in there and fight and do her damage as well. But
Yeah.
one thing that I like with Lisa, where she has an edge on Melinda, is she does have a better pre-shot routine. She's very consistent about the way that she approaches and looks at shooting each shot. Very consistent, always approaches the ball, looks at the shot right before she gets down.
Looks like Tina Larson and Tina Hess on the bonus table are tied 1-1 right now. So just a quick update from that particular match. Again, the winner of that match will face the loser of this match.
All right, she's straight in on the 1 ball. Now, I think she can follow and get past that 6-7 in the side, but I don't know if it's too much angle that it might be going towards the 5 or the side pocket. Now, if she can't get past it, then I might feather the 1 on the right side of the 1 and try to get down there behind the 2. Leave the 1 right there. Looks like she's just going for it. So she must think that she can follow down. Yep. She did.
Oh,
Oh, it didn't go.
right on that ball in the corner.
Man. Did she overcut it or undercut it? I didn't catch that. I was so busy looking at the cue ball.
I think I threw you off when I switched the camera angle. Bonus table, you go to youtube.com/APA leagues. Again, youtube.com/APA leagues. I'll put it right here in the, there you go. So Steve's already got it in the comments section there, so that's where you'll find the battle of the Tinas. Tina Larson, Tina Ness.
Ugh. I feel like she was playing position on the 3-9 and came up short. Maybe she didn't like drawing the cue ball for the 3 in the side. What do you think, guys? There, that's nice. So you can see that the 6 and the 7 both clear. She would just have to get from the 5 to the 6. So if she shot the 3, really nice. Oh, if she hit that a little bit harder, it would have been awesome. All right, so she wants to shoot the cue ball, 2 rails, make the 4 in the corner, come back across, and ideally land with just a tiny bit of an angle on this 5 so she can draw back and shoot the 6 in the same corner. There is a 6-7 combination in the side at play that's also possible. But I always prefer to shoot a ball directly into the pocket if I can. I think she hit that too softly. Oh. Let's see at the what she's looking at. No, yeah. What do you think, guys? It's makeable. Problem is, if she's hitting high, she could end up. Oh, Oh, that was good. Showed a little bit of finesse there. Had to have good speed control and hit it low or full enough so the cue ball comes behind.
We'll see what kind of solution Melinda has here.
Looking to find an equal angle on this. Now, if she makes this, oh, she's looking at maybe banking the 1 ball. I mean, the 5 ball.
Got it.
No, I think she left her straight in. She tried to hit it softly, possibly to maybe land on top of it. The thing is,
Yeah.
that would have been so low percentage, and it would, even if she didn't have a shot, it would be easy to play safe on it. So I probably would have hit it hard enough to try to just kick it in somewhere, or maybe even have my cue ball fly off the back of it and make the 9 in the side.
Julie's asking about Melinda's age, and my mom always told me something about ladies and age and never
Yeah, you'll
telling.
have to
so
Google it.
yeah, I can't.
We're not doing that.
I'm not going to go there. Maybe some of the
And don't
comments.
dare ask me my age either, by the
Yeah.
way, guys.
Yeah, some kind of rule about disclosing a woman's age.
Yes. Hey, Chris Clark. What was the question about?
I told you it's about Melinda's age. Now I'm going back through. Let's see.
No, it said something about I think they do for the nationals, but not sure about this
Oh, I
event.
think they're talking about
What
the
question was
prize.
that?
So all of the competitors that qualify for the championship rounds of the USAM, their hotel room is covered when they get here. So lodging is completely covered. The winners of the event get to return next year.
And there's
Those
no entry
costs,
fee,
yeah,
right?
no entry fee. Their hotel, I believe, we give them. I think we take care of their travel as well. They also go on to a pro event next year. Again, all those costs taken care of by APA, and then again, I think the most significant is the trophy and being added to the Trophy of Champions and having that title of U.S. Amateur Champion. So there are a number of things that you get, right? But again, I think if you were
Right.
to survey the participants in this event about why they do it, it's about the title, it's about the name on that trophy, and all the other stuff that they get is just
Right.
kind of gravy to them, right? And again, I don't want to speak for all of them, but just based on the conversations I've had over the years, that's what brings people back year after year, because you see a lot of the same faces, right?
Right.
I mean, you've got, heck, in the ladies, we had 3 former champions. In the open division, we'll have 8 former champions. I mean, these are all folks that have already won this event.
Yes.
But they, you know, it's almost a homecoming for them. They want to do it again. They want to
Oh, yeah.
kind of cement their legacy. All right, Lisa with the break. Now leading 3-2 in this race to 5.
Now, who in the U.S. amateurs have had repeat wins?
Well, it starts with Brian Parks, right?
Yes,
5-time winner.
definitely.
You've got Henry Brodt. I believe he's at 3 times. Tina Larson, who's playing on the bonus table, has won this event twice.
Twice.
Let's see, other former champions. You've got Robert Hall. You've got, I'm trying to think of all of them that will be here. Robert Hall, Jason Richko, Bruce Choice, David Ryle, Kenny Brisbane, Ernesto Bayala, so quite a few. But only a handful that have done it more than once. Brian, Henry. On the ladies' side, Amy Chen, I believe, won twice.
Okay.
And Tina Larson has won twice. I might be missing someone in there.
So Melissa won once. So she's looking to repeat.
Melinda.
I'm sorry, Melinda
Yes.
is looking to win it a second time.
And to repeat.
Right,
I don't believe
exactly.
we've ever, I don't know that we've ever
Back-to-back
had anybody do it back
repeats.
to back. Of course,
Got
you know
it.
what?
Other than Brian.
The beauty is
Brian's done that.
you can go to poolplayers.com/US Amateur Championship and to our trophy of or to our champions, our Hall of Champions is what we call it.
Got it. Hall of
It actually
Champions.
lists
Awesome.
them all. So that's another
Oh,
benefit
cool.
you
What
get.
year?
Let's see, Hall of Champions.
All right, watch out. Looks like she could make this one, but watch the scratch in the bottom corner pocket.
Yeah, you focus on the match. I'll look up past champions.
Ooh. You can see
I'm sorry, Tammy Jones won twice.
yeah, I think she hit that a little fuller than she wanted to, and she avoided the scratch, but she missed the ball, so who knows what would have happened had she made the ball.
Tammy Jones twice, Tina Larson twice, Amy Chen twice. Melinda would be the 4th female to win this event twice, the first to do it consecutively if she does it this year.
All right, you can see a better look at this 2 balls. She has a little bit of an angle, and she just needs to come across. Uh-oh. She caught that a lot thinner than she wanted to. She needed just a little bit of draw, I think. Fuller hit a little bit of draw to make the 3 back in the corner that she's standing, but still very makeable. She has to decide whether or not she wants to hold the cue ball for the 4 in the back left, or if she wants to come across the table and shoot the 4 in the other corner pocket. Let's see what she does.
Ooh, caught that side
Yeah,
pocket.
she caught that point. Got a little fortunate on the leave. Now Melinda, I don't know anyone that doesn't hate this shot. She needs to hit this 3 ball thin, let it go underneath the 9 ball and back over, and let the cue ball stay on that side of the table. And it's just hard to trust it. It's so hard not to hit it hard enough. But if she hits it harder, the 3 ball will bank and come out, and Lisa will end up with a fairly straight in ball. So she just wants to hit it nice and easy, thin hit on the 3, it'll go to the end rail, and the cue ball will stay behind the 8, 6, and 9. If she hits it with speed, there's no avoiding leaving her some kind of shot. There you go, like that. She just, if you hit it hard, that 3 ball is going to come out. There's no way to avoid leaving your opponent a shot. That has to be a thin, soft hit. And it's hard to do because, you know, you want to let your stroke out. You want to be able to just hit the ball and feel comfortable and confident. And when there's pressure situation, to roll a ball and just trust that it'll do what it's supposed to do. Well, she might have caught that a little fuller than she wanted to, because definitely that's not where she wanted the cue ball to go. That's something that I would have used a little bit of left English to help speed up the ball, the cue ball. All right. I think amateurs would try to cut it in, hit it hard to get it all the way back around, but I think the pros would kill this ball with bottom, right-hand English, kind of a drag stroke, if you will. Oh, she was trying to bank it. Okay. All right, that gives her something to work on. Lisa, if you're listening at home, work on the kill
At
shot.
home?
Yeah.
After she goes back, I would imagine a lot of these players do go back and watch. We had one match yesterday where the lady after the fact was like, I want to watch, where's it at? She was on there.
Right. Yeah,
So yeah, they definitely go back and watch themselves, see how they perform, see what Jeanette had to say about them, kind of thing.
Yeah, and really take a look at, a lot of people, they don't like to watch themselves play, but if you watch yourself with a notepad and pen and look at the kinds of shots you've missed, are they bank shots? Are they kick shots? What are the things in your game specifically that you can learn from your mistakes? And if you're a pretty good player, if you're at a 6 or 7 level and you're missing a lot of shots that you really should have made, then you have to look at maybe working on your pre-shot routine, because that's one thing the top players do better than the weaker players is they don't miss as many easy shots. You know, those shots that you know you should have made,
Right.
but your mind was on something else. If you have a pre-shot routine, you're giving yourself a checklist to take care of so that when you get down on your ball, you can 100% focus on making sure you make the ball. It's like me having a travel checklist. You know, every time I pack for a trip, and that happens often, there's always going to be something that I miss. Always. Whether it's belt, a hairbrush, whatever it is, I always forget something. And so eventually I typed up and printed out a travel checklist of all the things I always want to bring to each trip. And as long as I use that checklist, when I finally started doing that, I never forgot something again. Never had to take a trip to the drugstore, to the mall, had to go get particular shoes, nothing like that. It just stopped. Well, after a while, because I felt like I didn't need it anymore because I was so consistently not forgetting something, I went back to not using a checklist. And here it goes again. I forgot something again. And so having a pre-shot routine is very similar to that. Giving yourself a checklist to look at the shots, make a decision, be committed in that decision, visualize the cue ball contacting the exact point and having the ball glance into the pocket, the cue ball travel at a particular speed. Boy, Lisa's taking care of this rack, isn't she? She's a good player. You see, she's always doing that same kind of chalking up, looking at the shot, stepping back, and then stepping down into the shot every time. She's been doing that every time. And that's going to keep her from making careless errors. She's going to miss balls. We all miss balls. But I'm talking about just silly giving away shots. It doesn't happen as much for her. She gives each shot, no matter how simple, its due respect. And you find a lot of 4s and 5s and 6s taking the simple shots for granted, so they make a lot of careless errors.
Lisa pockets the 9. She is now on the hill in this match. I want to mention while we've got a moment, if you're not already an APA member, now is the perfect time to become one. You can do that today. at poolplayers.com/join. You can go to the website, get signed up, start enjoying some of the benefits like our discounts and things immediately. Of course, then you can ultimately get on a team playing in the league, maybe find your way to Vegas. So again, it's a good time to sign up. Spring session just around the corner.
All right.
For those of you that are interested in competing in next year's U.S. Amateur Championship, you go to our website, usam.poolplayers.com. You can enter a preliminary round. The break there by Lisa. And Lisa now leading 4-2, needs just one game here to secure a spot in the final.
Okay, so I'm going to walk you guys through this rack. She's got a nice shot on the one in the side pocket. Now, it's a matter of this 3-ball, right? How do you get to about the spot shot where the 4 and the 9 are sitting? Because it looks like it's a little bit off the rail. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. All right, so you can see how much that 3-ball, it's not off the rail as much as I would have liked. So it's a matter of whether or not you want to give yourself a little angle on this 2 so you can cut the ball and come around 2 rails and come down around somewhere between the 7 and the 4, right, where the spot is. Or if you want to get fairly straight in on the 2 and follow for a 3-7 combination.
Tina Larson and Tina Ness tied 2-2. That's the other match ongoing at the moment. Winner of that match will face the loser of this match.
Well, she got straight. She got straight. That was a brilliant stroke. That's awesome. Problem is, what is she going to do with this 4-9? Because they look pretty well close together. Can we see another angle on that? Oh,
You all right?
yeah, just. Yeah, that 4-9 looks pretty close, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe she wants to tap it in and, well, playing safe is going to be brutal too. Okay, so how about this? How about you shoot the 3, follow up about the middle of the table. And that way she can hit half the 4-ball and let the cue ball come over just short of that corner pocket and hide behind the 6. Oh, she's going to try to make this and draw her ball. Nope.
Got it there.
I mean, that's great, but what's she going to do from here? I mean, I guess she could just follow the ball, right? Hit it softly and tie it up, the 4-ball onto the 8. Oh, so there must be spin. I mean, there must be space between it. Maybe she's trying to bank the 4-ball between the 6 and the side rail and land on the end rail, not leave a shot. I don't know.
All will be revealed here momentarily. Melinda Huang trying to hold on in this semifinal match. She's yet to suffer a loss in this year's event. Tried to hide it behind the 9-ball a little bit.
Yeah, did she get there?
Let's
It looks like
see.
she got there. She hit it hard enough for the ball to hide behind that 9.
Yeah, neither of these ladies have lost as of yet. Lisa and Melinda both undefeated in this match. The winner will advance to the final. The loser will have to play another match to try to advance to the final. So both are on the winner's side still.
Looks like she's looking at the kick shot, which is tough to do with the 5 right there, right? Nice firm hit. Bap, try to do something. Well, she sold the farm. That was a tough situation. Good safety played by Melinda. All right, so she's got 2 choices. She can cut the ball up table, let the cue ball come to the side. You know, miss the 7 ball, come back across to around where the 8 ball is. Or she's got a pretty full shot on this 4 in the side, which means that she's going to have it to hit it with a lot of speed for it to go up table and then back down for the 5. Looks like she's hitting it with a high ball. She needs to buckle her feet down and stay. Let's see if she hit it hard enough. All right, she got there. So now she's got to figure if she wants to hit it soft enough to stay under the 9 or follow out to the middle of the table. She's just got to make sure that she doesn't catch it too full and end up hitting this 7, because then Melinda might not have a shot on the 6. The cue ball isn't on the rail, so she might be able to give it a little bit of English. I don't know, she might be able to hold the cue ball.
Seen a little bit of surge in viewership. If you're just joining us, you're watching live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida.
She put a nice little stroke on that 6 ball.
This event got underway yesterday morning. We're down to the final 4.
She has a little bit of an angle on this 6 ball. So she's looking at hitting the end rail and coming 1 rail back up for the 7. But she could also draw it if she wanted to. I don't know if she hit that hard enough. No. If she's really good at feathering a ball thin, she can go 2 rails and hide behind the 8-9, just send it somewhere near the pocket. Otherwise, you just go for the bank if you like bank shots. Just like that,
Nice.
It's natural position. And either one of those things would be good. There's not a right shot when it comes to that situation. It's, do I feel confident enough that I can bank this ball in and go? And you have to know your own percentages on bank shots, because some people are better than others. So if you felt confident in making the bank shot, then that's the right shot. If you don't, then you should have played safe.
Melinda going to use the bridge here to try to pocket this 8 ball. Throw a little more chalk on for good measure. That's an interesting question, Jeanette. Somebody asking if it's tougher for you to commentate for this event as opposed to a WPBA tournament event.
To be honest, the
Oh, there we go.
thing that's more difficult about this event is it's hard for me to call a shot, meaning if I'm doing a WPBA event, by the time you got to the televised matches, I have a pretty good idea what they're going to do because
Right.
they have the same or close to the same knowledge that I do, depending on who it is.
Got it.
Whereas the amateurs, sometimes they really don't shoot the shots that I think are the best shots.
Right.
And
So
there's
it's
nothing
harder to
wrong with
anticipate what they're going to do, right?
Yeah, it's harder for me to say, okay, she's going to go 2 rails here and do so and so, and then they're doing something completely different. But that doesn't mean it's the wrong shot for them. I think a mistake a lot of people make is they, when you're in a match and you're at an amateur level, you shouldn't be shooting the match. What would the Black Widow do here? And the reason why is the Black Widow's percentage of making and executing that shot is different than yours. And the way that you win more matches is when you can be really honest with yourself and your own percentages, and you shoot the shot. The right shot is the shot you can be committed to executing well. That's the right shot for you. It's unrealistic to say, I can execute everything that she can do, or Johnny Archer can do, or Shane Van Moning can do, even though I see him shooting it this way. Now, when you're in practice, then you should absolutely be trying the shots that Shane Van Boning would shoot so that you could develop that strength in your game. But when it comes to competing, you should be doing the shot that you are going to execute well. And those players, and they are at every level, those players are the dangerous ones because they're always maximizing their game. And the ones that are shot makers and the fiery stroke and the lots of potential and natural talent, they tend to be the laziest. They take their thing for granted. They're unrealistic about what they can do. And so they go for a lot more offensive, aggressive shots, but their percentages just aren't there. So they sell the farm a lot more often, and they lose to players that are less impressive looking. But those players are more careful, more realistic, and therefore they don't sell out as often.
So we did have kind of an interesting comment. Some folks suggesting it might be interesting to watch you play the winner of this event.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That would be good, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
we'd
a
get
good
all kinds
idea.
of viewers on that. All kinds of viewers. Well, and they may have a chance, right? They go into a pro event next
Oh,
year.
absolutely.
And a lot of times the ladies opt to play in a WPBA event, which Jeanette plays in. So
Yes,
you've probably played. Have you played any of these players? That are in
I've
this-
played
in the-
Melinda
have
once.
you? Okay.
Yep.
And did
I
you
think
win?
it was in San Diego or somewhere. Yeah.
Probably the
I
WPBA
won,
events
yeah.
out on San Diego. So there you
Yes.
go. She's already beaten Melinda once. Back when was that back in the Viejas days, right? You guys had the events at the Viejas Casino every year.
Right.
Melinda trying to even up this match at 4 games apiece. Surveying the table here. Started with 41 ladies in this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. We're down to the last 4.
Okay, she could just make this one ball, cut the one ball in, and just trust. She's just wondering whether or not she's going to scratch in the side. I think her cue ball will miss the side pocket and come down for natural shape on the 2 ball. So right now, she just needs to trust herself. Oh, ooh. She would not have scratched had she made that ball. She just hit that ball way too full and probably also hit it a little bit too hard.
Looks like Tina Hess has pulled ahead of Tina Larson on the other table, 3-2.
Okay, and who has control
that's
of the
assuming
table
they're
right now?
flipping their cards correctly. Tina's at the table currently. Again, you can watch that over.
You know they're both Tinas, right?
Yeah, I know. It's the battle.
Okay.
I've said the battle of Tinas like 6 times,
Right.
and you've not acknowledged it. So
I said, who's
just
at the
stopped.
table? Well, Tina's at the table.
It's Tina and Tina, the battle of the Tinas. All right. Meanwhile, Lisa Cosette trying to close out this match here against Melinda Huang. Lisa up 4-3. A win here would advance her to the final.
Oh boy. But she can't be too happy about this, although I think she can recover from it. She has a little bit more of an angle than she probably wanted on this 5-ball. She can't, I don't think she can follow it because the cue ball might hit that 7-ball. And if that's the case, I would be hitting this firm with low left English, draw over to the rail that's closer to the viewer, hit maybe the second or third rail up and come back out to the middle of the table for the 6. But I haven't seen her hit a ball hard. Well, she would have hit it just like this. She didn't have any draw. She had just a tiny bit, so it didn't come back up as much as she could have had. Because she hit it with the right amount of speed. She just need to give it a little bit more draw. Ooh, that's a great look at this shot. She's trying to figure out whether or not she can follow and get past that 9-ball to go 2 rails down for the 8. She might have to just draw the ball and take a tougher cut on this 7. Oh. She was playing for the combination.
Bring Melinda back to the table here. This event is played on 4.5 by 9-foot tables. Kind of one of the interesting aspects of the U.S. Amateur Championship, that and the combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. Non-handicapped event, one of the few APA events that we produce that doesn't utilize a handicap.
I would hit this with just draw, not even English, because I don't want, a lot of people will hit this with low right English, but if she ends up not hitting this 8-ball full, putting that right English is going to make that cue ball fly down 2 rails towards that 9. So I don't want right English on it. I just want to draw the ball. I want to make the 6-ball in the corner pocket and draw my cue ball into the 8 so the 8 can help stop my cue ball for shape on the 7. If she hits with a high ball, the cue ball will hit the rail right about where her hand is. But I think if she put a lot of draw on it, she might be able to draw into that 6. It's a lot easier to see when you're standing where Melinda is. She could hit it really hard and come around 4 rails with just high ball. You don't want English because you don't want the cue ball to come towards that 9. Just high ball and come 4 rails for shape on the 7. She can overcut the 6, and bank it underneath the 7 and let the cue ball go up to the other end of the table. She's got a lot of options here. She can kill the ball, hit the 7 and slow down the cue ball with draw. Okay. Well, she left her a shot, but I'll tell you, it's not an easy one. This is a 9-foot shot, and the cue ball would have to draw way back here for the 7. Doesn't look like she can follow forward to go to the end rail and back out. Well, again, if you want to, if you don't feel like you can successfully shoot this ball in with some draw, you can just hit it thin and bank the 6 to the end rail and bring the cue ball back up table.
Nice.
All right, she's like, nope, I'm going for it.
Yep.
So she's all in here. Gonna try to cut this ball in. You could also hit the right side of the 7, our right, and put the 7 back on the other end of the table in the middle and leave the cue ball up here if you don't like cutting it thin. But to execute that well, you may as well just go for the 7 ball. Cut and bring the cue ball 2 rails. High, a little bit of inside English, which would be her left English. Oh, she was trying to hit it thin.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not only did she miss the ball, she scratched in the side pocket. Melinda will have ball in hand. Big turn of events right there.
Yeah, and that would have been really hard to keep from selling out the 7 in that corner pocket. That's what I mean, you know? We call shots that they're not shooting. I still enjoy doing the commentary because it does seem like at every level there are people that have champion attitudes, and that's something that I am seeing from Lisa and Melinda. They're still confident in their approach. They make different decisions sometimes, but they come around, they do work hard to give each shot respect.
All right, so we got another good question I'm going to throw at you. If you had never picked up a cue stick, what would Jeanette Lee be doing today?
You know, I really have no idea. I mean, when I was in college, I studied early childhood development and elementary education. I've always had a passion for kids, and I would love to work with kids somehow. But I don't know. It's a good question.
This is a good question.
Yeah, because everything I do now, I mean, I do public appearances and things like that, but I also own the APA League, which is kind of sales / customer service. You know, people that love pool and try to help them with their game and having something fun to do on the evenings. I mean, I feel like I'm selling joy.
There
You know,
go.
I mean,
like
that's
that.
just the way it feels like
Right.
to me.
Right.
I'm not out selling vacuum cleaners. I'm
Right.
selling, hey, how would you like to go out
Yeah.
on one of your hard days' work,
And have fun.
come out and have some fun
some
and
people.
make new friends that'll last you a lifetime?
I feel a
and-
plug coming in here, and I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
Poolplayers.com/join. If you like what the Black Widow's selling,
Yeah.
that's all about what we do. Having a good time, having fun, coming out. You can do it today. You can join today, poolplayers.com. But
yeah, I mean, a lot of the APA really supports pool on every level that you can imagine. I mean, everything from selling their pool leagues to sponsoring pro tour tournaments to sponsoring a major junior program, which is pretty much a charitable program because they, you know, I mean, they spend well above and beyond what anybody would ever expect to give back to the juniors in our world. But I'm very sincerely proud of the APA, proud to have a relationship with the APA, very, very sincerely, and so much so that I actually bought into the franchise and bought Tampa
couldn't
Bay
get enough of
APA.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I really do. And all of that came from pool, and I really think, I don't know if you know about my physical history, but I have ankylosing spondylitis, which is in the, you know, autoimmune rheumatoid arthritis family. I have fibromyalgia. I have bursitis in both hips, both shoulders. I've got deteriorated discs everywhere, sciatica. I mean, you name it. And pool has really been kind of a healing thing for me. Just giving something else to focus on, and by being able to focus on pool and excel in it, I'm able to give hope and inspiration to other people. And pool has given me a lot. I'm very thankful and humbled by what my life has been like because of pool. So I really try to do whatever I can to give back to the sport as well.
if you're wondering about the match, the ladies have taken a break. You're not missing anything. We're giving them a few moments, which gives us a moment to mention that if you're interested in competing in next year's U.S. Amateur Championship, you can go to usam.poolplayers.com. You can actually go ahead and enter today for a preliminary round. Of course, you have to place high enough in a preliminary round to advance here to the championship rounds. But you can go ahead and, again, if you're interested in potentially being here next year in this event, go ahead and do that today. Go ahead and get signed up and select what preliminary you want to play in. So looks like the ladies are back at the table. They'll prepare the rack. We've got a hill match here. Each lady 1 game away from victory and a spot in the final round. Appreciate all you folks tuning in at home or at work or wherever you may be on your phones, watching live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship hot seat match. We determined, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We got the team together and decided that was appropriate. All right, we're underway here. Melinda with the break.
Wait. What do you mean the hot seat match?
The winner goes to the hot seat. Hot seat
Oh,
match.
yes. Okay.
It's like the championship match, right? The winner gets the championship.
You're right.
Winner of this is the hot seat. Hot seat match.
This cannot get any better. Hill. 2 strong players.
I thought you meant our bantering couldn't get any better. But I
That's
guess,
true
yeah,
too, Jason.
The match.
We love you.
Definitely the match.
You do a great job. I
Oh,
think
so
they're really lucky to have you.
somebody's
Yeah.
asking if they were interested in getting lessons. Do you still do lessons?
Not
so much.
Too much.
Sometimes in
Not
Vegas
too much.
during
I
our
will.
World Championships, you do.
I'll do lessons
Yeah.
in Vegas. I do intend to start doing my. I called it the Black Widow experience, and people would come for 2 days of lessons, and I would do a group thing going on. But honestly, I've just been too busy. I've been so busy between running the league business and taking care of my 3 children that are still at home, and I have 6 altogether, but 3 of them are still at home, and then I've got a lot of health things that require me to rest a lot more than I would like to have to, but we do. Okay, let's see this. She has got a safety because there is no proper bank. That would have been a great, that is a great shot. I know she wasn't going for the bank because the 5 ball was out of the way. She definitely, had she hit it a little bit softer, the 1 ball would be on the rail and the cue ball would be down on this back rail, but she really did a great job.
Expect these ladies to be very deliberate here in this match. Any one mistake could potentially decide the outcome, so.
See, I don't like going this way. It looks like she thinks she can feather it or she's going to kick off the end rail.
Yeah.
But the problem with going 1 rail the way she just did, it sends both balls up table. It doesn't help separate the cue ball from the 1 ball. All right, they're both coming up table and the 2 balls up here. So now you're making it easy for her to make the ball and play shape. I mean, it's still a tough shot, but she very easily could have sold out to an easier shot had she gotten one rail off the side rail, you know, or gone 2 rails and kicked the ball. Look at that.
Want to mention our sponsors, Pool Dog, bringing us, or allowing us to bring you guys this coverage free, of course, which is, I know, what the folks at home enjoy the most. So make sure you stop by our friends at pooldog.com, their website, especially as we enter the holiday season. You're looking for billiard accessories and things. That is your go-to stop. We've got some different offers and things for APA members, so we really appreciate all their support, not just with the U.S. Amateur Championship, but all of our events that we've produced this year. Great partners. See if we can get a score update on the other match. Let's see. The Battle of the Tinas. Looks like Tina Hess has pulled ahead once again, 4-3. Quite a few folks tuning in there as well. Of course, you can see that match at youtube.com/APA Leagues. That's APA's YouTube channel. If one match is not enough for you,
Okay, if she can hit this really softly, and I know she can because she tends to hit softer than harder, right? She could stroke that one ball and bring the cue ball over one rail or two rails for the one ball back in the corner. Ooh, she hit that pretty hard though.
Hmm.
Okay. One ball in the side. See, the thing about it is when she hits this one ball, it's going to hit the side rail, the end rail, and come back towards the two. I think it would be, as long as she doesn't hit it too hard, it should come over about where the 7 ball is.
Interesting question from Michelle, wondering how we decide which matches will be on the live stream. At this point in the tournament,
pay us.
both yeah, we take small bills. No, at this point in the tournament, both matches obviously are being streamed. As Melinda pockets the one on the side. But otherwise, we look for matchups, you know, former champions, that kind of thing, you know, matchups that we know based on the players that have been here a few times.
Right.
Looking for good, strong, hill type matches. Go ahead, click
Here,
away.
you can.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I want to let him
She's
talk,
like
but I want to be like,
slapping
oh
my
no,
hand.
let's look at this. All right, so I think she can see enough of that. She's laughing at me. I just completely was like, shush, stop, look. I think she could make this. She can spin this in with a little bit of English. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And she drew it just enough. Hopefully she's not dead straight in, but if she's a little straight in, she can follow to that all the way to past the side pocket on the rail to cut the 4 ball in. All right, girl, you know what you need to do. But she's really got to make sure she kind of lands on that rail to follow. I don't think, unless she's going to go to the rail and bounce and come out, but I think that would put her too much towards. There you go. Oops. Did she go too much? I can't tell. I need a magnifying glass. I wonder if they'd mind if I went running in.
Run in, take a look,
And just
run right
say,
back.
excuse me.
Stop!
I need to look at this shot.
They might value your input if you shared it.
Yeah. They're calling in a coach. I like these two. Uh-oh. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Can't see from that viewpoint. There, thank you. Oh, she's good. She's almost straight in on the corner. Let the cue ball float forward a little bit for the, there you go. Right, so she could just follow a little bit.
Three balls away from the comeback here from Melinda.
Yeah.
See any problems here?
Not at all. I've seen her stroke. She has no problem hitting the ball firm, so she's going to pop that in the side. I'm in the corner with draw, maybe even a little bit of left English, although she doesn't need the English.
Amazing amount of pressure here on these ladies with.
All right, gave herself a little bit of an angle to come around. I think she's looking at hitting the end rail with the cue ball and come back over and shoot the 9 in the same corner pocket. She could also choose to go 2 rails around the 9 to shoot the 9 ball in the opposite corner pocket. Just a matter of what she's comfortable with. I would go 2 rails. Just because if I come in too short or too high too short or too long going one rail, the 9-ball isn't nearly as easy. In 2 rails, I'm guaranteed to have an easy shot, but it's really going to be a matter of what they're comfortable with. Yep, she was going. Yep, so she hit it a little bit hard. And that's just it. When you're going one rail, you have to be a lot more exact on your cue ball. So if she's more comfortable with that, then that was the right shot. But again, coming too short and being on the rail and having to back cut it, or having this kind of shot, going 2 rails, you're, to me, guaranteed to have a nice straight-in shot on the 9.
This shot is for the match.
Yep, she called it in the far right corner pocket. Some people hit this hard with bottom left and the cue ball comes across and scratches in the same pocket. So always got to make sure if you shoot this shot, you hit it with maximum draw, but hit it fairly easy. So the cue ball would just float down to the end rail and stay there.
Impressive.
Took care of business. Melinda Huang with the win.
That's the defending champ, folks. Melinda Huang moving on to the final round. Yet another comeback performance for her. Very impressive. All I can say is wow. Wow. So we'll see Melinda in the finals. We'll have to wait to see who Lisa plays. That'll be based on the outcome of the Tina Larson, Tina Ness Battle of the Tinas.
That's right.
Which is a very close match, still ongoing. In fact, if you want to check that match out, you can do that at youtube.com/APA Leagues. I believe that match is still ongoing.
Yes.
Find out who Lisa will play in the next semifinal. For now, we're going to take a little break, grab some bite to eat, and we will be back with that next match. And so don't go too far, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned.
See you in a few.